In today's tutorial, let's do the baby kitty crochet hat together. This is for 12 to 18 months of age. Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd as well as yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today we're going to do the baby kitty crochet hat. It's classified as easy. It's for sizes of 12 to 18 months. And what we have is that we're going to be using Bernat Softy Baby yarn, and we're going to be using a 4mm size G crochet hook. We have some unusual abbreviations. We have the FPHDC, that's a front post half double crochet. We have HDC T, B, and L, and that is a half double crochet in the back loop only. And then we have this one here, and then this one's the same one, but we're gonna put two together, and we're also gonna do two together. So we're gonna be starting here on the brim, getting ourselves to a certain point, and then we're gonna start wrapping around the crown, and then the cat's ears are done at the end. So let's grab your yarn and let's start working on this. You will need a tape measure in order to measure up for the brim area as you go to work on that. So let's do that first. So let's start off, and we're going to create a slip knot. Remember, that never counts as one, and we need to do this as a chain of 64, and you cannot twist your chain. I'm gonna show you a technique of not twisting your chain. So what we're gonna do is that we're going to chain 10 only. So we're gonna do a total of 64, but just do 10. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So now that you have your 10, I want you to drop this off the hook, and I want you to insert your hook in the bottom of the chain and put this right back on. So then you continue to crochet. So I'm gonna do another 10. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. You now have 20 chains here on the chain. I need to go to all the way to 64, so please do the remaining now, just as you see, to all the way to 64, and I'll see you there in a moment. So I have a total of 64 chains on here. You can see it's not too big. It's for a baby size, and what I have is 64. So all I need you to do is now join it to the beginning. So to do that, just yarn over, pull through this one and that one. Now because I had you put it onto the hook already, this chain will not be twisted in any weird way, which is exactly what you need. So you can follow that very easily. So let's move on to round number 1. So right where we are, we want to start our first round. Very easy. We're gonna chain 3 just like this, and this counts as a double crochet, and we're gonna move to the next chain here. And what we're going to do is that I want you to go making sure that you have 2 loops on the chain. So usually sometimes I say 1, you want 2 loops that are facing up. Okay, so just going into the chain and making sure that you have 2 loops. Okay, so do you see that there's 2 loops on this? Yarning over, pull through, and then pull through 2 and 2. It's a regular double crochet just like that. Okay, so continue. The next one's a double crochet, going into the next one, making sure that there's 2 loops again on top of the hook. This will do a nicer finish for you at the end when you're going to do this. So I want you to double crochet yourself all the way around using that same technique of just working your way as a double crochet. So I'll see you here at the end of this revolution. Okay, when you get all the way back around, what's gonna happen is that you wanna make sure that this is not twisted in any way. So just hold it out and it should be flat. Okay, so just follow the top edge around and then go right to the end, and then I want you to join with the slip stitch to the top of the beginning, chain 3. Just like that. So in, and that's what it will look like at this point. Okay, so if you hold it out and there's a weird twist or anything, or one of these are upside down, you'll notice it right away. So you have to stop at that point and then begin. So what I like to do is I like to work on the outside of a project. So I like going around so that the outside here is away from me, and I'm working on the front side over here. Just a personal preference for me. Okay, so let's move on to row number 2, or round number 2. We're going to put in a chain 2. Okay, and it says chain 2 at the beginning of a round does not count as a half double crochet. So that's just a note that is on the top. So that means that we're gonna play right into the same stitch that we are currently in. So it says 1 half double crochet back loop in each DC all the way around. So half double crochet back loop. So HDC T back loop. So okay, so what we're gonna do is coming into the same stitch right where we are, and we're gonna go into the back loop only. So if you're new to crochet, you'll see that there's 2 strands of string. Okay, so there's 2 strands that make up a stitch. Together they are a stitch. You go in the first one, it's a front loop, and you go into the other one, it's a back loop. So it's telling you to do back loop only. So wrap the hook and going into the back loop only as a double crochet. Okay, so just as a reminder of double crochets, so wrap that hook going into the back loop, pull through and then pull through all 3 loops. And please do that all the way around on this round. So back loop only, half double crochet. Okay, coming up all the way back around, you can see that I have one more left. Back loop, half double crochet, and I'm gonna join it to the top of the first, chain 2, just like that. So what I want to do now is that I want to move on to round number 3, and we're going to start establishing the ridges that you see within the hat. Let's begin to do that next. So in this pattern you're gonna notice that the ridges look like they're actually going up on an angle. That's only just because the double crochets when they sit, or half double crochets when they sit on top of each other, they don't actually naturally sit on top of each other. They're always shifting over one. So it makes it look like it has a natural spiral to it. So what we want to do is that we want to start off this round plus all the remaining until we get a total of 5 inches from this point to up here somewhere. So we're gonna need our tape measure at that point, and we're gonna have to measure 5 inches. Like you're gonna see it's a lot, but you know what, that is what it is, and you can roll up the front of this. You'll notice that the hat is rolled up on the brim as well. So let's begin to do that next. We're gonna start off in this round plus all the ones up until 5 inches before we shape the crown. And what we're going to do is that we're gonna chain up 2, doesn't count as a half double crochet. So what we want to do is we want to do a half double crochet in each of the next 3. So coming right down in, so right in the back loop only, the same as what you already know. So we're gonna do 1, and then we're gonna go to the next one for 2, and then we're gonna do the next one for 3. So the next one is going to have that ridge that we can see within the hat. So that one's gonna be a front post half double crochet around the next stitch. So come and just look directly below. You'll see how this one has something already, the next one doesn't. So you're gonna wrap that hook and you're gonna go in the front post, so in through the side, out through the other side of that same stitch, yarn over, pull through, okay, and now pull through all 3 loops. So I'll show that again. So that counts as that stitch in behind. So you're gonna skip over that one stitch that's covering. So let's come up to the next one. So we're gonna, next one, or the next 3 will be back post double crochet. So 1, 2, and 3, and then you're back on the front post again. So just looking directly below, say, okay, and you can see that there. That's right here. So if you're unsure, just count them over. Okay, so you got 1, 2, and 3. So here's where the back post or the front post is. So 1, 2, and 3. That means that the 4th one must be it if you're ever confused. Okay, so wrap that hook into the back, into the front post, and then just do a double crochet as normal. Then carry along. It's okay. So back post again, or back loop again. Sorry, I'm getting my back loops and my back post and front post all confused. So just doing 3 as normal in the back loop only, and then coming into the front. So 1, 2, 3 must be this one here. Okay, so use what you know in order to really get this well. So continue to go around in that same fashion. So I'm coming up all the way around, so you have the last one. So if your math is right, the last one will be a front post double crochet, and then you just join it to the chain 2. So we're gonna continue in the same manner, and we're just gonna keep working away. You now can start seeing these ridges. They're not very tall. Okay, they're not crazy, but they're very visually effective. So we're gonna chain up 2 again, and we're gonna start exactly the same thing. So coming in, the first 3 will be half double crochet in the back loop. Okay, and look what's gonna happen here. So right now the next one, it has to be a front post a half double crochet, but look, it's already the one that's already sitting there. So you just go around that post again and just half double crochet. That's how that ridge travels up. Okay, it's just following that same one. Okay, so then the next 3 are going to be back loops, half double crochet. I am so sorry, all these abbreviations are getting into me. Okay, so back loop, half double crochet for 3, and then the next one, it's obviously the one that's already in front here. Okay, so you just continue to make that a front post half double crochet. So carry on. I need you to grab your tape measure now, and I need you to measure 5 inches then from here all the way to here, and continue to do that and stop at that point. So I now have my 5 inches done to the top, and now we're gonna start reducing. We're gonna start shaping the crown, and we have 8 rounds of shaping the crown. What we're gonna do in round number 1 is that we're gonna start establishing and bringing things together. So normally, typically what you would think is that you got these ribs here that you would start doing something in every little section here, but that's not the truth here. What we're gonna be doing is that we're gonna chain up 2 right here, and then we're going to do the half double crochet back loop in the 3 and then the front post, or the front post half double crochet as normal. Then what we're going to do is that the next one is going to be a half double crochet back post or back loop, and then the next 2 are together just like that, and then we're going to do the front post half double crochet as normal. So I want you to look at these as groups of 2 like this, and so the first half we're just going to do it as normal, and the second half we're going to do a reduction. So let's begin, and let's show you how to do that. So we're going to chain up 2, 1, 2, doesn't count as anything. Remember, in the back loop only, half double crochet. So now that I'm 5 inches in, I'm actually can work this pattern really quite quickly. You get used to doing the different stitches. So you got 3 in a row. So the next one is a front post half double crochet like we always have been doing, just like this. And then the next one here, so you got 1, 2 and 3. The first one is gonna be a back loop half double crochet as normal, but then the next 2 are gonna be together. So how you do that to put it together is that you yarn over and going into the back loop only, pull through just like that, and leave it onto the hook just like that. Okay, so then you're gonna yarn over going into the next one, pull through, and now you have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all of them just like that. So those 2 stitches just became 1, and you immediately jump to this last one with just a front post half double crochet. Okay, so we're reducing on the second one. So let's try this again. So the first 3 in the next section here is gonna be back loop half double crochet. Okay, then you have a front post half double crochet as normal, and now this is the second half of this group. So the first one is gonna be a back loop half double crochet, and then the next 2 are gonna come together. So just wrap, back loop only, pull through, going into the next one, wrap, going into the back loop only of the next one, pull through. You have your 5 loops again, yarning over, pulling through all 5 like that, and then just finish this one off here with the front post. Okay, half double crochet. So I want you to look at it as in 2s. Okay, so continue that same thing going all the way around. When you get all the way back around, your last one should be, the last section should be the one that has the 2 put together, and then don't forget to go around that front post with the half double crochet. So if that's not where you are at this point, then something is wrong, and then you have to go back and correct. In actual fact, I'll be honest with you, I actually did 2 sections of not reducing, therefore when I got here I was actually off by 1, so I had to look back and see where I made a mistake. So let's go for round number 2. So round number 2, what we're going to do is just chain up 2, and we're gonna maintain exactly what is already here in this particular stitch. Okay, so there's nothing that you have to do that's pretty crazy. So we're gonna go in the back loop half double crochet for the first 3 as what you normally would have done. Okay, and then the next one is a front post half double crochet. You're keeping that in there, and then right here you have only 2 here. Remember, you have 1 that's by itself and the 2 that came together. So in this section you only have 2 to worry about of just a back loop half double crochet, and then the next one is a front post half double crochet. Okay, so you basically have 3 and then 2. So continue to do that all the way around. So each just follow the pattern as is. So I'm coming up all the way around, and there's only 2 in this last section. Don't forget that, because the last one time you did that you were putting 2 together in the row below, and then just finish it off with the half double crochet in the front post. Okay, so join it to the beginning like this with the slip stitch, and now let's move on to round number 3. So if you remember now, and you can actually start to physically see it, see how it's getting closer here and in here. So what we're gonna do now is that we're gonna concentrate on the sections that are still, that we never put 2 together in last time. So it's gonna be here, and then this one stays as normal. So we're gonna start reducing then right away. So let's begin to do that. So we're gonna chain up 2, and then we're gonna do a half double crochet in the back loop only in this section, and then the next 2 are gonna become together. So we're just put those into the back loop only for those 2, and then we immediately just jump to the front post for the half double crochet. So we're reducing that first section now. This section only has 2 in there at this time, so just continue to play within those 2. So 1 and 2, just a back post half double crochet, and then go to the front post here. Am I saying back post? It should be back loop. I'm really sorry about that, everybody. Okay, so here's, you got 3 here. We're gonna reduce it. So the first one is gonna be as normal, back loop, half double crochet, and then the next 2 are gonna be together. Like that, and then we jump to the first front post here. Okay, do you get that? So then here, this section, there's only 2 in here because we had already reduced 2 rows below, and so we're just leaving that as normal and going into the front post then next. Okay, so continue to do that. You're gonna start seeing it's gonna start coming together more narrow at the top. Please do that all the way around. So coming up all the way around, in the last section here, we're just leaving it as normal. So 2 back loops, half double crochet, and then just do that front post half double crochet to finish this round. So join to the top of the beginning chain 2. Okay, so let's move along to round number 4. So round number 4 is just gonna maintain what's already there. So we're just gonna take our time getting to the top. We're gonna chain 2. So just match exactly what you already see. So the first 2 here are back loops for half double crochet, and then this one here is a half double crochet in the front post, and then these 2 here are the back loops of half double crochet. So you're just matching exactly what you already see. So there's no reducing on this round. Please do that all the way around for this round number 4. Okay, coming all the way back around, and I'm just maintaining what's already there, and then just don't forget to do that half double crochet in the front post and then join it to the beginning chain 2. So let's move along now, and you can actually see it hides these the stitch line really well, the slip stitch line. So let's begin round number 5. So round number 5, I want you to visualize these like they're groups of 2 like we did before. This time on we're gonna reduce on the second one of 2. Okay, so remember what we were doing with that. So let's begin this round. We're going to chain up 2, and then the first 2 are gonna be both back loops, half double crochet, and then we're gonna maintain that front post half double crochet. Okay, so just look at as everything as groups of 2. Now these 2 are gonna become 1. So just put those together on this side, and then come and do the half or double crochet in the front post. Okay, so let's repeat that again. So the next 2 are gonna be together. So just the next 2 are gonna be a half double crochet by themselves, and then the next one is a front post half double crochet, and now the next one here, put those 2 together. So just look at it as in groups of 2 like I just said. Okay, so please do that all the way around. Don't forget to do your front post for half double crochet as well. So as you come back around, you're just continuing, and the last section that you have is going to be 2 together, and you're just maintaining what those counts are anyway, so it's not like you have to remember too much. And then just remember to go in the front post of the half double crochet here, and then just join it to the top of the beginning. So that was round number 5. So we have 6, 7, and 8, 3 more rounds to do, and then we're done the top of this hat. So round number 6, we're gonna start reducing on this side on the first section. So again, looking at it as a group of 2s, we're gonna do the first one is gonna reduce, and we're gonna leave the second one alone. So let's begin. Chain 2 doesn't count as a half double crochet, so put the first 2 together in the back loops. Okay, just like so, and then jump to your half double crochet in the front post. Do that. Now this is the one in between, so just 1 into the back loop only, because there's only 1 there, and then jump to the next half double crochet in the front post. Okay, so here's the repeat pattern. These 2, you can see them, put them together with the half double crochet in the back loop only, then do the front post. Okay, and then the next one is already just by itself anyway, and then the front post. So this round's gonna go pretty quick. Okay, so then put the 2 together, and then just keep maintaining as is, going all the way around. Okay, and coming up all the way around in the last section here, there's only 1 sitting by itself if you've done it right, and then don't forget that half double crochet in the front post, and then just join it to the top of the chain 2. So that was round number 6. So 2 more rounds left. Round number 7, we're going to chain 2, and this is the fun one. So we're gonna ignore all the spaces in between, and we're only gonna go for these half double crochets in the front post only. So just immediately skip over to the half double crochet that's in the front post and do a half double crochet front post, just like that. So we're gonna bring it together right at the top like this. So jump to the next one, and again front post half double crochet, and we're gonna do that again. So just keep on going on those front post half double crochets and just match them, and you'll see that this will really tuck in as you go. Okay, once you get that last one done, just watch for it. I almost went all the way around again. Just watch that chain 2 that you had started with, and I want you just to join this at the end. So you're just gonna join it, and just gonna join to the top of the first, right, the half double crochet in the back post, or in the front post. Okay, so just join it there, and now we're gonna begin the final revolution. So the final revolution is that we're gonna put half double crochet back loop together for the remaining, and it's only 8 times because every 2 is gonna come together. So you're just gonna chain up 2, and you're just gonna come down into the back loop only of each stitch. Okay, and you're just gonna put those together. So get 1 here and then go to the next one. So wrap, it's a half double crochet in the back loop only, and put them together. So just pull it out like this and just look at it. So just put the 2 together just like you had been all the way when you had to do that before. So please do that all the way around. Okay, once you're back all the way around, just join it to the top of the beginning where you did the half double. So make sure everything, pull it nice and tight before you do that, because you'll have it loose at the top if you don't, and that's it. So you're gonna be left with a small hole, and what we're gonna do is that we're gonna just put it through the remaining stitches. So just trim this yarn long enough that you can put a darning needle onto that, and just pull this out like this. And what I want to do is get my darning needle, and I want to pull together the remaining stitches. There's not very many of them. There's just enough to have a hole, so you have to do it. So just going in and out of the stitches, so just collecting them as you go, and go all the way around what you can see at the top with your darning needle. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna collect these, and then at the end I'm just gonna reef on it and pull it tight, and then just secure it with the darning needle, just like that. So I go right around to where I had started. Okay, so now I'm satisfied. So now I'm gonna just hold it and let the stitches just all pull in. Okay, so now it just came together at the top. Go across diagonally, go across then through the side. I'm going right over top of the hole to pull it shut, and then go right up over top like this. And what I want to do is go right down through the middle and into the center of the hat, and I'm just gonna fold it the other way so I can see the inside. And I'm gonna pull the string up. So I'm now on the inside, and now I just want to put it through some strands and tie it shut. So what we're gonna do next is starting those cat ears. They're really quite easy, and I would probably tie this 3 times just to be safe. And if a child is wearing it, you don't want any loose ends, so make sure you cut it nice and low like that to the work. So let's just turn this. So this is our hat here without the cat's ears on it. You can see it's really quite nice, and you can see that the models is flipped up, so you can flip that up if you want to as well. Kind of really neat. So let's begin to do the cat ears next. We're gonna create a set of cat ears, and this is one of them. And what we want to do is, if you're strategic about it and you think ahead, you can actually do this a lot quicker too. So this is one of them. It's just a triangle just like this, and then we're just gonna sew it to the top of the hat once we're done. So let's begin to do that. So leaving an extra long tail here, you're gonna use that to sew that ear on, and you have to do it now, not at the end of the project, because when you end, you're at the top peak of the ear, so you want to leave it at the bottom. So this is the starting strand that I had started with. Okay, so let's begin. Let's create a slip knot, and I want you to create 10 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Second chain from the hook. Okay, so just count back to the second, and I want you to single crochet all the way back across this chain. So don't worry about that beginning strand being so long. It's just keep it out of your way. It's just a convenient thing for you for later. You know, the better that you can reduce steps and make it faster for yourself, is the more you can help charity, and the more of these that you can make at the same time as well. So if you wanted to do like many hats and get many sets of ears done, this is how you would do it, and then just put the ears aside for later. So 1 single crochet in each, going all the way across. So let's turn our work, and let's go for rows number 2, 3, and 4. So what we're gonna do is chain 1, and we're gonna put the first 2 together. So just going right into the first one, pull through, going into the next one, pull pull through. So this is a 2 together single crochet, pull through all 3 loops. So you're just gonna single crochet now to the remaining of the other side, but the final 2 stitches you want to put those 2 together just like I just did on this side. So we're creating a triangle shape. So here's the final 2 stitches that you see, put those 2 together just like that. So that was row number 2. Turn the work and let's do that again. So we're gonna chain up 1, put the first 2 together, okay, and then you're gonna single crochet the remaining, except for the very final 2 is that you're gonna put the final 2 together again to create that triangle shape. Okay, so put these final 2 together right there. Let's turn our work, go for row number 3. Sorry, this is row number 4. So chain up 1, put the first 2 together, okay, single crochet next, and then the next one are the last 2, which is right, and then turn our work and go for row number 5. So chaining up 1, and we're gonna put the remaining 3 together as one. So just going in 1, going into the next one 2, going into the final one 3. So you have 4 loops on your hook, pull through all 4, and that is the top of your ear. So let's just trim our work there, leaving it long enough that I can use a darning needle to fix that final ear up right in the top section. So just pulling it through. So just putting it into a darning needle. And what I want to do is that I want to make sure I get into the stitch work underneath, and I want to go in 3 different directions. So 1, can just stretch it and shape it, go back up for 2, and go back down for 3. I think I almost stabbed myself there. Okay, so coming back down. So that's the top of the ear. So you've gone in 3 different directions. So now you can safely trim that. So now you're ready for the base area. Okay, so you already have your strand attached. So what you need to do is position this on the hat. Okay, so you're just gonna position them where you think it should go the best. And what I would probably do is kind of line it up with one of those ridges. That just seems like that makes sense to me. So there should be, I think, a total of 16 of these ridges. So let me just verify. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 and 16. So what I would do is probably just make sure you're at the halfway spot just for this. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. So right about there. So I would probably do these 2. Actually, I'd probably do the ones in behind, just like this. Okay, so I'm gonna sew it along this edge. So let me show you how to do that. So I'm just gonna start with 1 and grab my darning needle, and really you just want to kind of position 1, and then you can eye up the second one, and you have to determine how close you want it to the top of the head. I would probably, you have a round circle here, I'd probably just stay a little bit south of that, just a little bit out, and then just coming along the top ridge section. This is the half post, front post half double crochet. Front half, yeah, I said half double crochet. Okay, this pattern terminology is gonna kill me in the end of the day. Okay, so I'm continuing, and I'm just sewing it to the top there, matching everything up. Clearly you want to take your time, and you want to kind of eye things out, and you know, do your very best with this. But actually I didn't think this pattern was too hard. Now originally I thought, when I first started it, I thought it was gonna be really tough just to remember the stitch work and where to stick the hook, but in the end it is actually, you kind of get used to it like anything, I guess. Okay, so I'm now whip stitched that into place, my ear. So I'm gonna turn it to the back, and I'm just gonna go along the back side. So the back side, what I'm gonna do is tie the knot on the side here. Just going around the strand. I would do it on the back side, because chances are if you're gonna photograph your child, you'll be on the front side. Okay, and now that you've done that, just glide the hook in 3 times. So 1 2 and 3 right there. So what I want you to do is do the same thing with the second one, and I'm gonna do that off camera, and you can see that it looks really quite cute now. I've got now my cat ears going on. Any imperfections, I want to just take care of those out. There we go, got it out. And I'm gonna then position the other one to the other side. So I'll see you back here in just a moment. So this is it. I got my cat's ears in place. I got some great ribbing going on. I just need a child to throw this in my donation box and it'll be good to go. Love the ribbing. I love everything about this hat. It was really quite a lot easier than I expected it to be, and it's really quite cute. So until next time, this is Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd as well as yarnspirations.com. This is the baby kitty crochet hat. Free pattern is available in the more information on this video. We'll see you again next time. Bye bye.